All right, if you're a B4X developer and you're tired of building the same old user interfaces, you are going to love this. Today, we're diving into a really cool component called B4XDaisyDropdown. And trust me, it's a tool that makes creating those slick, professional menus incredibly simple.
So here's the game plan. We'll start with why this thing is such a game changer. Then we're going to master how to position it perfectly. We'll take a look at some real examples, hit that big aha moment with the avatar dropdown, and then we'll wrap up by making it all look pretty. Let's do this.
First things first, why should you even care about a component like this? Well, it's all about solving that nagging, often frustrating headache of getting menus to look good and feel modern without writing a mountain of custom code.
I mean, just look at this. This one picture tells the whole story. You can go from a basic menu popping out of a button all the way to this super clean, professional-looking account menu that's attached to a user's avatar. And that versatility is the secret sauce that takes your app's UI from just okay to absolutely fantastic. And let's be real, trying to build something like this from scratch can be a total pain. You know, coding dropdowns that position correctly, look great on different screens, and handle all sorts of triggers, it's a huge time sink. This component, it's literally built to erase that problem.
So how does it work? Well, the magic behind getting it to land exactly where you want it, it really just boils down to two super simple properties. Once you get these two, you can put a menu pretty much anywhere.
The first one is direction. And yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. You're just telling the menu which side of the button or image or whatever to show up on. Is it going to be on top, the bottom, left, or right? It's the most basic command.
And then you've got placement. So if direction tells the menu which road to go down, placement is like telling it which parking spot to take along that road. Do you want it lined up at the start, right in the middle, or all the way at the end? This is what gives you that pixel-perfect control.
And here's how they work together. You can see here, you combine a bottom direction with a start placement, boom! The menu opens below and aligns to the left. But if you just change that placement to end, it snaps over to the right side. It's a really simple mix and match system that just makes sense.
Okay, enough talk. Let's do a super quick visual tour so you can see what some of these combinations actually look like in action. This is where you can really start to see the possibilities. Boom. Here's top direction with an end placement. See how the menu pops up above the button and lines up perfectly with its right edge? Super clean.
Now check this out. Left direction, center placement. The menu opens up to the side and it's perfectly centered vertically with the button. This is awesome for things like sidebars or more complex layouts.
And finally, a true classic, bottom and center. The menu just drops right down below, perfectly centered. This is probably the one you see most often, and for good reason. It just works.
Okay, now we get to the real aha moment. The one feature that for me makes this component an absolute must-have in any modern app. The avatar dropdown.
And the source material really nails it here. The trigger can be an image avatar instead of a button. And why does that matter? Because it matches the common account menu pattern that users already know and expect. This isn't just a cool trick, it's about using a standard that feels intuitive.
I mean, just look at this again. That little user avatar, you click it and you get options like Profile, Settings, and Logout. That is the hallmark of a professional application. It feels right, it saves screen space, and frankly, it just looks great.
And you're probably thinking, that must be complicated to set up, right? Nope, it's ridiculously simple. The component has this one method called attach to. You just point it at any view you already have. An image, a label, whatever, and it instantly becomes the trigger for the menu. That's incredibly powerful.
But of course, getting it to work is only half the battle. It's also got to look the part, right? It needs to fit your app's unique vibe, and that's where the styling properties come in.
And you get a ton of control. You can set the exact width you need, you can adjust the padding, the breathing room inside, you can make the corners as round as you want, you can add a subtle shadow to make it pop, and of course, you can change the background and text colors to perfectly match your app's theme. The bottom line is, you're not stuck with some generic one-size-fits-all look. You're in the driver's seat. You have total creative control to make this menu look like it was custom-built for your application from day one.
So when you put it all together, this isn't just another little UI widget. B4XDaisyDropdown is a simple, powerful, and frankly, an essential tool for any B4X developer who wants to build modern, polished apps without all the usual headaches.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. As you're picturing your own apps right now, what's the first clunky, old-school menu that you're going to totally replace with this? Go have some fun with it.